Good morning, what's shaking, what's happening? Welcome back to Tasty Bites Timeless Travels. Today is day 27 of our cruise around the world. Today, Raiatea, French Polynesia, where it's very windy. Come join us for our day. Now, once you get off the ship in Raiatea, there is a tourist building where if you haven't done any last minute, if you haven't planned any tours, you can buy them here last minute. Now, the port area also has some shopping. There's a craft market across the street. There's a grocery store across the street and a gas station. Um, so a little bit to do. There's not a very big town, but still fun to walk through. Dee and I found one of our favorite places to visit in different places, the grocery store. So Raiatea and we have a love-hate relationship. This was our very first stop in French Polynesia in that 35-night Hawaii French Polynesia Marquesas cruise that we took last year. She had a major medical emergency the first day. We were medically disembarked in Hilo, Hawaii. We were allowed to rejoin in Honolulu. So this was the first stop that the ship had after all that happened. So our first stop in French Polynesia. It was a very big milestone for us to get here. It was amazing. And then we took an excursion the second day, or the first day. I don't remember which day we took it. It was the first day, actually. Nope, it was the second day. We took the excursion the second day. We went over to Ta'a. We went to the vanilla plantation. Woman's very passionate about vanilla, by the way. And then we went to this beautiful motu. It's owned by Windstar Cruises. They do excursions there, even with Holland. There's separate companies, but I guess the excursion company has an agreement. Beautiful island. Went snorkeling. There was a wild stingray. I somehow managed to drop my phone in the water. I picked it immediately back up. Was not in the water for more than 2 seconds. And then left Raiatea. Went to Papeete the next day because that's how that cruise was set up. And then my phone started acting funny. And by the second day we were in Papeete, my phone completely quit working. Which is why we ran through the streets of Papeete for me to buy a used iPhone 7, which was like $300, by the way, last year. But that is why I have such a love-hate relationship with Papeete. As far as the rest of Papeete, beyond my love-hate relationship, it is an amazing place. It is stunningly beautiful. It is the sacred island. Like I said, it doesn't have a lot of beaches, but it does have a lot of swimming areas. There's a shuttle to a beach somewhere today. I don't know what beach. If you ever make it out to Raiatea, I think it's Raiatea, definitely take an excursion, whether it's third party or through the ship, to go out to Ta'a or to one of the outer areas. That's where everything is. The water is stunning. The marine life is amazing. It's just an amazing place. I wouldn't hang out in the town. We did it today because we've already been here, and we had already done that excursion. And quite honestly, I did not want to have a repeat of my phone. Plus, we were in the ocean all day yesterday, so just weren't feeling a beach day today. But it's stunning out here. It is amazing. So highly suggested. It's always a stop that will always have a special place in my heart, is Raiatea. Now, time to enjoy the rest of our afternoon here on the Zuiderdam. right. For the sailaway for Raiatea, it's kind of special today. It's their ice cream social. Now, on Koningsdam, they had it at the gelato stand, and it was like a massive, massive disaster. But this, they have like rolling little ice cream carts, and they just go around or I think now they're in a stationary position, but you just go to the little carts and get your scoop of ice cream and all the fixins. Kind of fun. Plus, they got milkshakes, spiked milkshakes, and other drinks. Pretty good time. All right, appetizers have arrived. See, got the Pacific shrimp. It's so cute. It's on a teeny tiny little skewer. It's got like a peanut sauce with it, so I don't know how that's specific, but hey, we'll roll with it. And then I got the Italian wedding soup. Not a lot to look at, but I'm sure it's delicious. All right, entrees have arrived. C went with the short rib. It came out with the scalloped potatoes. We both kind of thought she was going to end up with the baked potato, but I guess the scalloped potatoes are dairy-free. We'll find out. Me, I got all the dairy. I went with lasagna tonight. They have lasagna on the menu every night, and tonight it was just calling my name. All right, desserts have arrived. C got a fruit plate. It looks pretty. It's probably prettier than my dessert, but my dessert is definitely more decadent because it starts with a B, but essentially it's just a really fancy chocolate cake. Brigadeiro, but it looks delicious, doesn't it? And decadent. I kind of wish I had a glass of milk, but they would go get me a glass of milk if I wanted, but I'm okay. All right, so tonight we are at the headline show. It's a little different one tonight. It is a sand artist. So this should be interesting, different. He actually will draw things over there on that little table, and it will be projected on the big screen. And with that, we're calling it another fantastic day here on the Zuiderdam on this grand voyage around the world. Great day. Raiatea, like I said, Raiatea is a love-hate relationship for me personally between first stop we ever made in French Polynesia. Beautiful, beautiful island. Ta'a is stunning. Stunning. Our sailaway was so beautiful today. We even could see Bora Bora out in the distance, but Ta'a also ruined my phone last year. So, love-hate relationship, but Raiatea, it was real fun to walk around. We didn't do that last year. It just wasn't something we ever got around to between the rain and everything that was happening with our personal lives. So, it was nice to be able to walk around and actually see the town of Raiatea. Not a terrible lot to do in Raiatea, but like I said, if you ever make it out to this area of the world, Ta'a is stunning. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. Our neighbors went snorkeling today, and they said it was phenomenal. It was some of the best they've had. So that's saying a lot, but we're also headed to the Great Barrier Reef on this this trip, so I have a feeling it's going to beat out Ta'a. But, you know, dinner was amazing. The headline show, very, very different. The guy was really interesting. He said he started about 15 years ago. He saw it somewhere and thought, hey, that sounds neat. I want to do that. And went and got a box and a bunch of sand and taught himself how to do it. And he's been doing it for 15 years. He really hit with the audience, too. Everyone seemed to really, really enjoy it. Everything had a story in it. I'm not an artistic person. I'm not very good at art. That was never something I was good at. But it was neat to see him create all the scenes and everything. It kind of reminded me of Hollywood Studios down in Disney World used to have like where you would learn to draw the characters and things like that, and you would realize they're just circles and squares and this, that, and the other. It was neat to see his process and going from design to design to design, because very few things did he ever clear the board and start over again. Everything kind of built upon and this, that, and the other. So it was neat to see that mindset and how some of it was just simple circles and squares. So very, very neat. Headline show tonight, something different. He's got another show coming up next week. Tomorrow is another sea day, and then the day after we are supposed to be in the Cook Islands, but they are kind of prepping like we're not going to make that stop. It's a tender port. It's very difficult to get to. So there's also no shore excursions, and there's no port talk on it tomorrow. So we're not sure if we're going to make it there or not. Tomorrow we also have to redo our muster. Every 30 days you have to redo the muster drill if you've been aboard the ship that long. So we have to do it. And then we also were given, they're revising how they do their complimentary shuttles. So things like when we were in Peru and the shuttle took us to Miraflores, now you must pre-register. It's going to stay complimentary, but I guess they're just trying to figure out how many buses they actually need, how many people are actually going to use the service. I don't blame them. Economy's tough. Why spend money when you don't have to? But now you have to pre-register via the shore excursion section of you're going to use the complimentary shuttle. So it's already up there for our stop in New Caledonia, and it's already up there for our stop in Sydney, because we actually, rumor has it, we are docked. There's 2 ports in Sydney, Australia, and we'll be docked there in one of the ports one day and one of the ports the other day. So it should be interesting. One of the ports is not near anything and needs a shuttle. So there is a shuttle on the shore excursions that day. So interesting, but calling it an evening, great night, kind of had some fun in the casino. We started playing a new game for us, and it's a popular casino game, Mo Money. It has some of the best music and animation. We ended up hitting it for like 42 free games, and we sat there and just jammed out to its little jazziness. So that was fun too. But see you tomorrow for another fun day at sea. It should be really good. The Polynesian ambassadors are on board now, so you're going to start learning how to make leis. They're teaching you ukulele lessons, all kinds of different things. And they're so popular, and what they teach is so popular that you have to pre-sign up. So we're not doing any of the bracelet making, necklace making, lei making, any of that. We're probably just going to go to the presentations. But if you're ever on a Hawaii cruise or a Polynesian cruise with Holland, they do ukulele lessons, and on a Hawaiian one they did hula lessons. This one is Polynesian dance, and there's a big recital at the tail end of that section of the cruise, and it's the guests that have been involved in these classes that present in it. So it is a commitment, and we're not feeling that kind of commitment. At least I'm not. C might do it, but I'm not doing it. But it's a good time. So some great things coming up on some sea days. So I cannot wait. So with that, we're gonna call it a night. Make sure you subscribe, like, follow us along, all that fun stuff, and we'll see you another day. Bye!